And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Come on, let's go! White,
now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now a carry from Mack. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one for Indianapolis resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Let's go!
Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Here's Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Jackson on first down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer...
Field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Jackson on third and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Second down, Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to walk one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Watching that, Barney. Back down that Philly. Here we go.
Play action. It's Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, 27 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here we go. White 90.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there from 21 yards away. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you're going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they have the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Here's Mack. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. On play action, Brissett. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Mack on the toss. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and 10, Brissett throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 3rd down, that's Mack. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Brissett. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
From the red zone now, Brissett being chased out left. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Thomas from 13 yards out. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Now Jackson. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ohio!
Back near his goal line, Brissett, and that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Hut! Hut!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
They go play action with Brissett. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Colts on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! I got 87 SP, boy. Ohio! Ohio! Rush in!
Again, it's Brissett. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Brissett now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go play action now. Jackson is going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Brissett now on second down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. They'll run with Mack. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
A second down throw for Brissett. Caught left side by Hilton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Brissett stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jacoby Brissett, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Gun! Detroit! Gun! Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing. Rousseau throwing the slant pattern here complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Hey, we got three down. Hey, switch gears.
Now Mack, and an alley to run. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Raiders. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jackson on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. David Irving in there to get him for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Brissett to throw on first. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go. 190. 190.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. First down, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for a loss of 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
With it is Brown. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Santos now to add the PAT. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Detroit! Play action. It's Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
On third down, Jackson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Ohio! Ohio!
4th down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Jackson back into his end zone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, and now he bolts. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 99 yards. And the Raiders are back within a... Now McManus for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
A first down throw for Brissett. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
On second down, Brissett again. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got some space here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And they'll run it here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Indianapolis moving the change there on a gain of 12. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.
Go!